kind of broke heart still, but you tough, right? You survive, right? It's like almost. It's like sometimes I clock with heartbreak, especially when it comes to like you could be as honest, as gentle.
Is that might keep moving?
No, it's cool. So it's like you could be honest, you could be as gentle as possible, but there's still gonna be heartbroken in it. Right. It's one of those things that you can't avoid it. You know, dread it, run from it. You know, it's inevitable. Or some Thanos tip, like it's gonna happen. So I clocked that. Yeah, I've definitely done it. Me. Myself, I've been fine.
Yeah, bro.
I was so heartbroken. I tried lean, and I put rum in it. I put rum in it.
It was a rum and lean.
Like, do you know what it is? I thought lean normally contained rum in it. Huh? I thought it was like it was rum, Sprite, and then a bit of that cough syrup. I didn't realize it was just meant to be cough syrup and Sprite. Lemon. I didn't know that.
It's just chemical.
I
lean is just chemical.
It's just chemical, but me, I had to put a little bit of X. I put rum in it.
Man's moving like, you know, Powerpuff Girls, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sugar, spice, and everything nice.
So
chemical X.
Thing is,
man was making chemical X, boy.
At that time, I thought, oh yeah, I'm just living my life, just having a laugh. I didn't realize that I was just trying to escape. Like, I didn't want to think.
Literally.
But
what happened though? Do you want to talk about what happened? You don't have to if you don't want to.
No, it's funny. So I was like, what? This was coming up to 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know when it's like when you're back then, it's like okay, probably even now it's Stephen. Even if you are moving or like dealing with like going after a girl, if she makes it harder, you're meant to push harder. So it was one of those moments where it's like I gotta keep trying. Like at first, before we got together, like she was moving a bit cold. I'm like, no, I need to push on. I need to push on. Then
I
eventually did get her. So I was like,
boom. You worked for it.
So I worked for it. So I felt some sort of, you know, obligation to, no matter, even if it is moving up and down, just keep on fighting through. I wasn't in the right stage in life to be in a relationship, innit? But you know,
love is love.
Yeah, we were nice. Like met a little brother. They connected. Like the mum will be like, "Oh yeah, tell Tarela to come around. Let me cook his favorite food for him." I'm like, "Yeah,
that's where it starts, bro.
Come." But for what she was used to, like I always say this: if a girl's dated a fraud boy, give her 2 years and never before you date her, because you realize
where did that come from? Where did that come from? If wait. So there's wait. There's a gap. There's a gap between. So you're saying there's a gap between.
There needs to be a gap because
you need to know the past so you can evaluate.
Yeah, you need to know the past because they're used to.
No, it's deep because
they're used to a certain lifestyle that if you're just a working 9 to 5, you know, on the like you can't maintain.
It's true. I agree. Still.
So it's like she was used to it, and obviously she was also very hardworking in her own right. I'll give her that. I'm not gonna slander her, but it's like so when she's used to that sort of guy and that sort of lifestyle, and here I come. You know,
9 to 5, normal.
9 to 5, cherry, goofy sort of fella, and it's like at first it's cute,
exactly, and that's probably why she likes you, innit? But then it becomes,
like, you know, he's cool. He makes me laugh. My mum likes him. You know, he's sweet. He's family orientated, but the lifestyle that she was used to,
after,
you know, and she was like, this. I'm saying, like 3 years, like we got together 2015, so she was also like, this is like 4 years ago, so obviously a younger mindset as well. And after a while. You know, the time spent together went down. Like it wasn't the heartbreak wasn't just like one instant moment. You clock how it builds up. But it's like you try to fix shit that you used to do that she used to like and she doesn't like it anymore. It's like, right.
Things change.
Hey, people change, bro.
It turns into that. It turns into like there's no feeling there.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you try to like communicate, like, yo, what did I actually do? And they're like, they're just cold. That's what I say. When I say,
bro,
and it's like, right. And when you start second guessing yourself,
because you see that check. I think that's one thing I've always said about like heartbreak, going through heartbreak as a man, innit? Because obviously as man, then you don't like to talk about it, but it's seeing that change in girl, them, innit? It's seeing that like you used to do something or you used to see how they used to react to something, then all of a sudden. Something just changed, like, and you're like, why don't you like, or why are you acting like this? And you start thinking, as a man, you start thinking, what is there another dude, or what's going on, or you don't like?
See, that's the wickedest thing. I've never had to go through that. Like, whatever story,
like my last relationship, I did.
Whatever story you have here, I've never had to go through that change because I'm usually the one that like, I'm dipping out of this, man. Take it easy, love. It's good seeing you though.
Yeah, no, it's good to you can show your point of view in it. But yeah, I totally get what you mean in terms of seeing that change.
You see that change, and then they just start. I mean, she was freaking cold. Funny enough, she later actually apologized for the way she shifted because she realized that
she ain't sorry.
She don't care about you.
Sorry,
You
bro.
don't care, man.
It's just her. It's just nature, fam. Oh
Yeah.
shit, sorry, man. Like,
But yeah.
but it's just her nature. Like, for like, bro, like. It's,
you are.
she
who
tried
you
something
are.
different, weren't really to her liking, and us, we would just be stuck into it thinking,
I've got it.
yeah, this is it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we got it, but it's like,
And
it's just an experience, boy. Like, low key.
It takes
Like,
time. Like, I think as a guy, you become more comfortable in terms of okay, yeah, look, whatever. You start to realize things happen for a reason. All right, cool, and you become more at ease at letting things happen, and you're like, all right, and having that ease, you become a lot more happier. You're like, whatever
Yeah,
happens,
I think I actually said it to Denzel. Like, if you had asked me this about a year or so ago,
you're
I
still
would have
fuming.
come with fuming venom.
that vim.
you start cussing her race and that, like, her family
Like,
lineage.
like, hey,
Fuck you, like, fuck you about your
Mum's a dickhead.
I won't cuss her
joking,
race.
Yeah, you'll be doing the
Yoruba
most.
women. I can't lie. There's a
Who?
Yoruba women.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. There's something still there. But let out now. It's
They're
all right.
beautiful. It's not even just her.
They're peng.
It's the
They're peng.
subsequent Yoruba women as well. So it's like they're beautiful.
But there's a
They-
Wait,
they-
you're a black brother that likes black women.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, man. Give a clap for that. No, that's very important. There's too many niggas out here, yeah.
No, but is
White
that-
and white, yeah.
Is it that kind of show though, bro?
No, I'm just
You're
proud
causing
of it.
bad. Like,
I'm
this is-
proud, happy, man. Happy.
Nah, so it's like they're beautiful, but
I'm fine. I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
black women, fam. Shut up, bro.
Hey,
don't
say that.
Hey, there's a lot of spice, yeah, but you never know. Every now
All
and then.
types of spice.
You can't talk.
I can't talk.
Because
What happened?
but you know about me, innit?
I know about you, but
knows
why
about
can't I
you,
talk?
innit?
Because hey, now stay calm. Hey, let's carry on.
You haven't called me at any debauchery, but I don't think you have. No, Chris, that. Oh no, but that night at the strip club, that she was buffed outside.
Oh shit!
Is that how it is, yeah?
Straight
Hey,
club.
nah.
What it was for Vegas tip.
No.
London.
This is London still. Yeah. It's-
London.
we need
But
to go back.
yeah,
No, strip clubs you going to London, bro. They move mad stush.
No.
not
You,
this one.
I remember
I
you
went
actually
for
came.
one.
You came. Remember that time you came?
Yeah.
And then I was. Yeah, that was the day.
Is that one that you're in as well?
Yeah, that's it. Me and him was in there.
I heard you lot caught, like, you lot saw the difference. You lot saw the difference.
This one, I think she was like Brazilian something.
Oh,
She had like,
yeah.
she was telling me
It
about,
was so funny.
fam. I was just like, I'm not.
How much she
You have to stay strong. If you can
No,
resist that.
it didn't. But it was just the like she
She
was.
didn't squeeze anything, but I was like, I was in my Drake. I was in my Drake bag. I was like,
Yeah,
let me take you out of here.
I can see.
She was giving.
Oh my.
I can say that. I was like, let
She
me-
was giving him a time of day though.
You were
Like it's not
wrong.
like one of them.
So where's the digits then?
Nah, she not that time of day, but she was still giving.
What day is that?
No. But
What
like,
time
no,
of day is
normally
this?
they come up to you like,
She was wavy.
you want to dance? You want to dance? £20 dance? I'm like, I'm not dancing.
Nah, then they'll
with you.
keep
I'm
it
not
moving.
di-
But she hung
she
around.
sat. She
Was
was
she a
sitting
buff
down.
thing?
Yeah.
So why did you not pay the 20?
That counts, bro.
What does 20 do?
Like you
What's
get
20?
a private
What's
dance.
20, bro.
Damn, boy.
20 gets drinks in an hour. Less than that.
I'd rather do around the drinks than
Yeah.
pay the 20.
Yes.
But then I would.
here in this country.
But that can become a lifestyle, though. You can literally just be like, I always go to strip clubs.
But yeah, so back to the whole heartbreak. So yeah, that happened, and then I remember we went on. It got to a point that I think that was 6 months before she finally broke up with me. I was just telling one of my friends, I'm ready to be dumped. I don't want to
You
leave
just let
her.
go, basically.
I don't want to leave her, but if she dumps me,
You're
I'll
okay
take
with
it.
it. Yeah.
and that is the lowest place you could go because you're just thinking. And I remember afterwards, I used to be all about family, kids, marriage, dude. After I was like, I don't give a freaking shit.
That's what happens. Isn't it?
No,
That's
the
the
thing
change.
about that is that I think like my past self, I'd get to a point where if I see anything going downhill, I would stop that from ever happening to me because I feel like
I think you've
personally,
got that
I would
reflex.
never like if I see it going too left before you even have the idea, yo babes, I'm out.
See, one thing I noticed about Marv, is that like I've noticed this, obviously knowing him, is that he as you said, he doesn't let things get to a certain point. So if he's feeling like something's going down, he'll cut it. Like whereas I think me and Tarela are quite similar in terms of we kind of have that element of hope in terms of things would go back to normal.
It's, bro,
You know what I mean?
it's not hope. It's like,
Hey, give me the
it's,
give me
I ain't
the
gonna
ring.
lie.
You ain't drinking that.
Oh, sorry,
You ain't drinking that.
You're,
You ain't drinking that.
I'm
bro.
gonna say it's more like a low key. It's a pride thing. I ain't gonna lie.
It might be pride.
It's pride. We can
pride.
say it's hope, but it's,
Yeah.
I think as
Pride
a
is
man,
there as well. You want to be the one to.
It's a pride thing. It's like, raw. This is what I do.
Jesus.
Do you know what? It's not just pride though.
I don't think
it's not
it's
just pride. It's also fear. Do you know what? It's actually also fear. Because it's like, am I gonna find someone again? Like, am I gonna feel
My twist.
My twist.
It's like,
Anyway, liven up. Liven up. Liven up, man. We should get sponsored by that shit, you know. I'm good. Yeah, man. Fuck that. They need people. They need black people.
Beautiful.
So yeah.
But it is fair because you feel like not only and it's gonna sound mad soft and mad weak, but
bro, it's not stuff.
You
can still punch, man.
But it's like you feel like, am I gonna find this person again? Am I gonna be able to replicate these moments and these feelings? I was in my feels.
Yeah, that's crazy though. That's deep.
It's like
crazy still.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't think I was ever like that.
I would not. No, that's not emotional.
I wasn't that deep. Like, I was like,
see, this is, I know.
I kind of practicalize shit. I don't really. Well, in terms of, I don't really like. I try to like understand it. Do you know what I mean? Okay, this is what happened.
Very
logical. Like, logicalize it. It's like, okay, this is this. This is that. This is that. Logicalize it. Logicalize it.
So we send it for you, yeah, we don't send it for him.
I like that. No, I respect that.
It makes sense though. Logicalize is a real word.
It is a word though, but it
depends how you say it.
I don't know. I don't know the context.
Logically.
Logicalize. I don't know.
So you
Logicalize, yeah.
make logic of the situation.
Okay.
Exactly. I'm gonna say that.
I am serious.
Okay.
Keep going.
Logicalize.
No, keep going.
It said medicalize, you know.
Because he's got a cut. So keep going.
Medicalized. But yeah, in terms of like,
but I know, you try.
Yeah, feelings. But I understand. I get though.
Yeah. I knows you, cuz you've been in your feels too, fam.
Yeah, but I don't express it in like, well, it don't,
bro.
I turn it into something else. Really, it's like I just turn it and I just don't. I languid in it, but it's like I don't really like. Do you know what I mean? I don't.
No, I'm not having none of this.
I need to stop talking it.
I'm still searching for this word, yeah.
But wait, hold on. But I do stay in my bruv.
Because I know I've seen it.
I was telling Denzel recently. I really hadn't even gotten over my last heartbreak until recently. Like I was like, I hadn't even like got emotional over it. I haven't really even like cried over, like, you know, like man, that we don't really cry over shit. I haven't really cried over it like the shit. Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't really.
Yeah,
I didn't really like cry. Like, do you know what I mean?
I just like crying over. I'm gonna drink this for you.
Yeah, like I didn't. Until recently, I was like, yo, I need to fucking cry, bro. Like I need to like let this out. Like it's not, bro. And crying ain't no bitch thing. It's like letting out emotion inside. It just comes out like crying. Do you know what I mean?
Marv,
it comes out. No.
Marv looking at me like
Marv.
Wait. Let me add this. Wait. Obviously, yeah, man went through a little something at uni.
Yeah.
Only because I was waved.
Yeah.
Living a certain lifestyle.
I was sober too.
I was balling. And I remember not too long afterwards, me and Des were having a back and forth. It's like, bro, shut up, bro. I remember seeing you crying, you pussy. And I was like, alright. No, wait. Let me speak. Wait.
I had to.
Wait.
I didn't just drop it like that. I had to.
Wait. Denzel's the first to cry though.
Wait. But then when Denzel's situation come, and obviously when he told me about it, I was like,
that's the first thing he said,
man. Yeah, I know you cried.
Yeah.
How dare you say that to me?
That was funny now, because
and I remembered it to this day.
Because I remember I was at work. Yeah.
Man, we don't have no support for each other.
No, there's no support.
No. Des. We don't have no support for each other. When it comes to breakups, low key, lowest of keys, we like low key go for it by ourselves. We be like, hold on, we're going it on our ones. Girls, when they, bruv, let's all go out. Fuck him. Stop. Everyone have a group cry. Do you know what I mean? All them girls are crying over one girl. I swear to bruv, it's crazy,
and before you know it, they
before you know it,
apart from the one that
never go back.
From the one that wants to fuck you, and she's like,
she's like, you know what I mean?
Fuck him.
Yeah,
I'm going to fuck him.
No, I'll never forget that. That was funny because I remember that day after obviously my situation after it all happened. I was I remember I messaged him. I was like, yeah, man, she said let's go on a break or something.
Oh shit!
Imagine. So
a break is a breakup.
Before I said it for you, I was on your back. Cause I go for a break now. Fuck that, bro.
I remember he was
we
on
going
my back.
out tonight.
And then so no, he was there. A couple of my boys were there, as you said. Like a couple of them were there still, but it weren't as you say. It weren't. It was just like,
it's not that though.
You've been out once.
It's
like,
go
get
out.
over it. Cool. You're good. You're
good.
You're good. You're good.
The next day you're like shit.
But I remember Marv saying, But I know you cried after. I know you cried. I was like, stay calm, nigga. Stay calm. You know, I started to get. I was like, bro, why are you saying that for, bro? But
I don't cry. I don't cry.
It was there.
The little whip came up.
I'll never forget that because I remember I was on my break and he said that and I was just sitting there in the park by myself.
In a park.
And when the offices is near the River Thames, you know where.
Oh my.
Yeah. That's a
I was just there.
That's a beautiful. I felt like that's a beautiful place to cry,
I was just there chilling.
You should have dropped a song.
I just needed someone to talk to you slightly. It's not like. He was like, you know, you cried in it. Man was just sitting like, looking at the Thames like, "Hey, big man, stay calm, bro."
Them tears hurt though as well. Them tears hurt.
And you know, they hurt in a beautiful, because I know where exactly where you're crying. There's a beautiful scenery as well. You're there,
nice
like
lovely
houses around you, lovely river.
Yeah,
Just
people
there,
living their life in that. You're like,
yeah, this could have been us.
Yeah, like
all of a sudden you start thinking that could have been us.
people are like moving through life. I'm looking at you like, bro, I'm going through it.
You start thinking, yeah, that flat over there in the corner, like that could have been us, babe.
Yeah,
Nah, you doing too much.
See, I mean, you put yourself together like, yeah.
No, but it's good to have these emotions, man. One day I hope to get them.
Shut up. I know you got them, bro. I know you got them.
But if I was to ask, like, because you said you only recently got over it.
Yeah.
And would you say that it took you a while to actually understand it?
Yeah. It took me a while to understand what this shit is, like what even like, to be honest, like dating, even like all this like interaction with like galley is like, it's like a whole, it's like a science, to be honest. It's like a science. You kind of have to know.
It's a crapshoot.
Yeah, it's like a
Vegas.
Yeah, you have to like kind of understand the balance. You know what I mean?
Especially, I'm not sure if you want to segue or like kind of stay on this topic, but I was going to talk about like London in terms of our culture, in terms of the black community within London. Because obviously sometimes I see a couple of tweets like, "Oh, London's so small," and this. In my opinion, it's not that small.
No, it's not that small.
Not small.
But this is what
it's
I'm
a
saying.
weird thing. It's small but big. Like,
and then think about dating. Like, obviously, you could be out with a girl, and that girl has either seen a guy that you know of, or like dating is
more things.
Like
Girls are seeing other guys. If she's single, she's seeing other dogs.
And you have to make yourself at peace of that, because
I
know some guys think, oh man, she's mine, innit?
That's when you look at my man and be like, oh, he needs a heartbreak. You know what I mean? Like, that's when certain men need to go through something. You know what I mean? Like,
if you haven't knocked it down and said, no, you're mine and I'm yours, best believe that she's still looking for someone.
It's just nature.
What I'm saying is, there's guys out there who still have that impression. You know, it's kind of it's a pride thing, an ego thing. Like, bro, you're seeing a girl, and you just assume she's just with you.
Hey, big man, do you know
then when she steps up, she might slip up.
Yeah.
And then your pride is hurt.
Do you know what I mean? One Donny was like to me, this is mine, you know. I got my ting pattern, you know what I mean? I was like,
man, them man, they need to leave it.
You think you got your ting pattern, how many London Dons are there in the world? In London right now, that's got the ting pattern. Come on, bro. Like, all she needs that. Low key. It's only until you actually like experience being that nigga that she's seeing on the side, you be like, oh shit, this is really, it's really going down like that. Like, it's not really like,
because I think
you don't really respect the shit.
It was actually my man here. Like,
what did I do at DLT?
No, but I remember when we got. I'm not gonna say too much, but
I'm worried.
I remember the first one.
DLT, how it goes down.
Yeah, it's sick. But the first one we went to, so the first one I ever went to, the one you took me to. I remember you saying to me one particular thing, like the area within the M25, like the black community within the M25 is very small.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can we elaborate on that point? Yeah, can we elaborate?
It's true, because you're like, is it the one that? Oh yes. I actually know what you're going to talk about. I actually just came back to me now, and it's because of X and Y.
You man are mashing the same things.
No, stay calm.
It's a question. It's a good question.
No, he hasn't mashed yet. But he will.
We might have to cut that.
No, but the thing is,
leave it in.
No.
They don't know who we're talking about.
I'm celibate right now.
She don't know who she's talking about. So
you see that one?
Why you got ripping your trousers as well, bro?
Yeah, I know they rip.
Hold on, it's no.
I've been watching it for a while.
Yeah, I know they ripped.
It's November.
No, they ripped, innit? I need to get it fixed.
Nah, November. You're celibate, bro. It's December now, man.
Oh, what? No, November.
Did you participate?
Is that what we're doing now?
I participate.
Wait, if you get mashed, it's because you're celibate. It's not because you know. the game's just a bit weak.
No. You just have. You can use any excuse.
I'll be honest, it's both.
You can use.
My results. Man's Lukaku right now.
I need to go back to church because
Lukaku's doing alright.
No.
He's scoring now, isn't it?
No, because when
I'm Lukaku. Oh my days.
No, but he's actually doing alright.
That is terrible, bro.
Don't be.
No, we don't accept that energy here, bro.
Don't do.
But yeah, go. What you gonna say?
No, that's. It is small, but it's only small if it only affects you if you actually want it to. And it's, if you deal with logical women, and which is rare, I guess, it's not that much of an issue because you break.
Even exist.
That's something you have to bleep out though. Like if it's like the feminist side.
Oh yeah, what logical women?
Yeah. Keep it. I don't care. People can block me.
He wants to smoke. He wants it.
Reason I say that is if
it's the rate.
If you let's say you meet a lovely woman in, let's say, May, you're dating, things fall out by August, and then you meet someone
talking
else,
stage done,
and you meet someone else, let's say in
stage.
October, completely different, like sort of environment, and you guys hit off, and then you later find out that one you met in May, that one you met in October, they have some sort of loose. Why can't you continue with things? Why is it going to be an issue? It's not like
it shouldn't be.
It's not like you were doing it some simultaneous side by side thing. It's just a case where I've met you guys in two different walks and spaces of life. But the problem is now because in this little community we have, they're like, no, I can't because you dated, but you didn't talk to that person for like 2 years.
I'll add to that. Yeah. So I have an example of a time where I was seeing someone and also chatting someone, but it wasn't really like I was chatting, but it was more of a chat like. I just want to know who you are, but obviously I didn't know they were together, innit? And obviously,
when you say together, were they friends?
Yeah, they were friends. I think they were in the process of becoming friends, but it was like, look, the friendship is there, innit? Yeah, so it's long. Okay. So obviously, I've been like, all right, cool. I'm gonna try work my magic over here because I didn't look. At one point in my life, I belonged to the streets.
When you say 1 point, was that like 5 minutes ago?
No, he's in a Monaco.
No, it was a long time ago.
Okay.
But you have to clarify that shit, bro. You have to clarify.
And it's funny enough, and it got to a point where it's like, okay, let's try. That one situation is done out here. Let's try this situation, but this situation will never ever work because say if you bring her to the birthday party, it's like, hey, obviously you're next to her, and you look over like give the friend a hug. That you've been mashing. It's like.
Let's flip it though.
What's going on here?
Let's flip it. Because we talk
about
the man will never.
No, but like,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Let's flip it.
Let's flip it. You pattern that, like like the whole flex, like low key you done a thing, and you're like.
It depends.
And you're in public with it. Can you keep it G? Like,
yeah, that's what I mean.
I feel you can.
I think
you can, innit?
You
can.
But the outside looking in is like no one's keeping it G.
But that's the
think people can clock it.
That's the thing. If people,
kind of aura is kind of like,
if people like, if they can't logicalize the situation and the scenario, then you won't be able to. And then if people are always going to talk, listen, no matter how straightforward your situation is. People are going to talk. They're going to find something to say. So you got to learn how to block out those voices. That's one thing I've learned.
Especially in the black community, bro.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about.
Gossip like there's no.
We just love to do
chat all over the guy.
I know. And
if your face is known if your name is known in certain groups,
it's even madder. It's even crazier, man.
It's alright.
That's why this guy here.
What? What is the meaning?
All I'm saying is
I'm not known.
No. I remember when we first went DLT. I remember. We stepped into the place now. Alright, cool. No one really knows who I am because I'm not really known like that on social media.
Was that high?
No. And then this guy knew everybody up in the fam. Everybody up in the place.
They knew me.
And then I remember him saying, like, obviously, I'll never forget this because that was like the first time he actually went out after like we worked together, innit?
Yeah.
So obviously we worked together. That's how we met. And then obviously, I didn't know we kind of knew similar people. Like he knows a lot of people that we know from school and that.
Okay,
so South, yeah, basically, yeah. So I remember all he said to me is, "Man's not Tarela from the office out here. Man's King Rella." I was like, "What energy, yeah?"
No, we would have had to fight. Like, what does that mean? Let's go,
no. It's a good thing.
Essentially, what that means? Des was like, Tarela, like
he knows everything because obviously I didn't know him from the office. I didn't know him from the office, so I didn't really know him out like that. But then I followed him on Twitter and I saw his following on Twitter. I thought, okay, all right, cool. But that's just social media, innit? But then we went to DLT.
That's the thing.
No, but social media in real life are one in the same big.
No, but not often. Not often.
not all the
There's a
time,
lot of people
not
that
all the
you're like this on Twitter. Like you've got.
not all the time.
But when I
Exactly.
see you in person, you're mute.
Yeah,
Like, what's going
yeah,
on?
yeah.
They see you. That's the thing. It's like the Twitter.
I get you. You get what you mean.
Pop down when you go to an event.
Oh, that's
and
so and so
you
from
might
Twitter.
not-
Yeah.
No, but
But it's like in terms of my energy, my
Some people don't
interactions
match up.
with people,
People
it's
don't
like
Yeah, that's what I noticed.
It's the same.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't. What I will say, what I'll say in person is actually a lot worse than what I will, or not a lot worse, a lot more like flagrant than what I would say on Twitter. So I think that's what Denzel's come from. So it's like I must have said something. And Denzel's like, "Hey, Tarela." I'm like, "Listen, this isn't Tarela from
That's I remember him
the
saying. I was
office.
like, raw.
This is Rella. This is King
this
Rella.
is-
So now there's no the
There's
filter's
no-
gone, and I think by then we already had like a
Had to
couple
get a
shots
quick
as
G
well.
check.
Yeah.
You have to give him a quick G check, like, bro.
When you made time, it's like.
That's basically what he did. That's what he means. I was like, all
Because
right.
Denzel be looking like, yo, it's good.
Denzel was in shock. Denzel was like,
I was like, raw.
I
You
don't
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Bare cool stuff.
That
People like,
event
yo,
was one of the
cool.
best events I've been to. So obviously it's
Yeah,
like it was wavy, and then
yeah.
obviously with this guy who just knew everyone, it was like raw. Then that's how I started to talk to a few people.
I
well.
see you be talking to a few people. I see, like, you know, after that day, Denzel was just like, right. I just sometimes I sit back and I'm looking, I'm just on my phone like, Denzel? Yeah. Okay. No problem.
Big man, don't worry. You gonna be up there. You gonna be up there.
We like Tarela.
It's just like, that's why it's like,
Yeah.
You man, I'm gonna buck off. Yeah.
Okay.
You can sit right.
cool.
You can-
I'll
you
stay
can
here.
frame
Let's
it.
go.
Right, cool.
You still got. You do your thing, man.
I might come back depending on the time.
Okay, cool. We only got it until 2.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just in the next room. Alright, see no more. But yeah, no, that's what I was saying. So I remember that. That's why ever since then I was like, every time like another event comes out, I'm like, Twitter, bro, where you going? Yeah? You going? Yeah? And then he's like, nah. Yeah. It's like, yeah, cool.
Nah.
But nah, it's funny though. It's funny because that's what I was saying. Like that,
But
the whole like as I said in London, there's a lot of people that you know or know of. Because that's what I was gonna say is if you flip it. So what you just explained about, okay, you've dealt with one girl, maybe not even they might be within the same circle, but they're not close. As guys, because of our egos, if we was to flip that now, we're not even accommodating that thought. Most of us.
Are you sure about it?
Well,
Look, like,
I mean in general
if you
terms.
said it a couple years ago, there's no way. Now I'm like, so what actually happened? Because one thing I've learned is man them lie.
That's true.
Case in point. We're out for drinks now. He's like, oh yeah, you know that girl. Yeah. Man, move to that. Man, maybe like, what happened? What happened?
True.
He was
Everyone
no.
does that,
He was like, oh yeah.
Say.
I got a number. I was like, okay. When did you get a number? If you know the time frame that my man mentioned, I was skinny when he got the number. I was skinny when he got the number. Then so I'm not skinny. No, I'm not skinny. So I'm like, so if I just take in your word at it, I wouldn't. In fact, because of what you have just said now, my friend, I am going to go there full pelt. I did it in the end, but in mind, I'm just thinking, how many men them lie like this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did a thing. You said hi.
That's
Maybe you had a 1-2 DM conversation.
No way. Are you for real?
Yeah, a
It's
lot of
true.
men do
It's
that.
true
A lot
because
of men do that
motherfuckers
still.
really be
I don't know
talking
why.
like.
It's our ego, man. Our ego.
Well, how
just
would you
do
blocking it,
things.
bro? Why would you block someone else? Like for real?
It's
like,
not even blocking because.
Nah, you're blocking it.
No,
you're
I
blocking-
don't think it's blocking
No,
it.
no,
It's
no.
just making yourself seem bigger.
No, exactly. While
Blocking
blocking it. Like, hey, you're like, hey, no, you can't go there. I've been there.
Oh yeah.
But you
friend,
just fell.
She gave you a side hug.
Yeah.
You're talking like you were in them guts. She gave you a side hug, and it's like, where's the
side hug,
correlation?
wait.
Yeah.
No one's
Don't want a
like,
side hug.
I don't want to hug you, but since you are here, we are close.
People-
I think you're right though,
Don't
because
need
I
to
think
be
you're right.
friendly as well.
As I get
Also-
older, I think it's become less and less of an issue in terms of whatever. You start to ask
though,
certain
shit.
questions, but as you said a few years ago, if you even hear someone's even chatting to her, you'll just
More time, you're
especially if it's your close
You're
boy.
comparing it to yourself though. If someone like you're thinking it like, yo, if I tell someone that I've done a thing with, that means I have done a thing with her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to like,
Oh,
you have to
yeah,
kind
that's
of,
what you just said,
You
isn't
kind of have to
it?
break it
Yeah.
down. Like this guy could just be like
Talking.
You don't know his level of like what he's talking about. Do you get what I mean? Like
basically what his take is.
yeah, what his take. You get what I mean? Like
I
it's
hear
all
that.
different. You know what I mean?
I hear that because
Some
you're
people-
right.
some people
That's
think-
like that's you're right. You
Yeah.
shouldn't really judge other people's like actions based on how you do
Yeah,
things,
think-
which is something I'm trying to get better at that.
Yeah.
Because I like to see people as
you
how
might-
I like to be, like how I do things, but I know it's not the same. Like as you just said, oh yeah, a man could go, yeah, man done a thing with her. If I said that to
You
her,
can say it casually,
if I
but
said
not like you
if I said that to
explicitly-
someone, if I said that to you or said that to you, you probably think, okay, yeah, I've been there, like we've been
know,
dating
do you
or
know what I
something,
mean?
cool. But another person, oh no, we just spoke,
Yeah, we just
or we just went to a quick cinema or
replied to my
something. You
text.
get me? So
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Like
yeah.
there's been times when I've actually diluted what I've done because I feel like it's been such a long time since
I
it's
see.
passed.
Yeah.
There's no reason why I'm going
I hate-
to
yeah.
cock
Yeah,
block
yeah,
her
yeah.
or cock block him.
Yeah.
So you know what?
Yeah, exactly.
Follow each
It's
other on
so- yeah,
social
yeah,
media
yeah, yeah.
these times.
But more time, hey, if
So
a nigga
that happens. Yeah, that's quite. You have to play down.
But sometimes
what
you
you've
can
done.
catch the vibe. Like, if you could catch the vibe, like, okay, this guy really just went in. Like sometimes you have to pay attention
True,
to body
it's
language.
true,
It's not
it's
like
true.
'cause some people just talk shit and you be like, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like,
It's true. It's a good point. Yeah, because you could kind of just see if they're really comfortable with each other. Yeah, he's probably done a ting.
Yeah, and I just feels like it's funny how guys they move territorial, but they're like, no, I'm cool, man. If you want to go,
That's what I'm saying. As guys, we are very territorial.
You think?
We
We
are,
can be.
man. Oh,
Fuck
yeah, we
that,
can be.
I'm
yeah.
not te-
I mean, as I said, our egos are such a big thing, which is something
Mm.
I'm trying to. Obviously, we all have egos, but I'm trying to not let that dictate how I act in certain
Yeah,
situations. You
yeah.
get what I mean? Because if you let your ego dictate how you act, you're gonna just be acting stupid or be doing stupid and doing things like, oh yeah, man, you start being territorial because of your ego.
Over what though, man? Because things don't even
Girls,
don't
money.
even really like to be. You know what I mean? Just play, bro. The
So
one
I was
that's
thinking, like,
you
all
know
the
what I mean?
all the
You
nice
don't
things
need to
that
do
we do, yeah. I think we spoke about this briefly. Do you think we subconsciously do it for women?
yeah.
Hell yeah, bruv.
know what I
Us
mean?
man will just be here in
Like,
boxes, blood. If bruv, on some real shit.
Like, if you did not
If we
care,
give
you
a fuck about like
Anything.
reproduction or like
Anything.
Settling
seed.
down, marriage.
yeah.
our
You-
seed
you'll
and
be
like
here in
a
your boxes.
or like a batty walking through here and we're like, damn. Do you know what I mean? We will just be like, us man, yo, what's going on?
If I didn't care that this was gonna be on camera,
Yeah.
and I'm not wearing.
Bruv,
Oh, yeah,
no
I got the-
one
the
cares.
Jordans
I'm
on
not
and
wearing.
that.
I'm
No
not
one
wearing.
cares.
I'm not
Yeah,
wearing the
yeah,
hair.
yeah.
I'm not putting sheen and castor oil on the beard. I'm not doing that. I'm coming with the beard knotted with
Yeah.
the
No
patch.
one
I'm coming
cares,
with
man.
the dirty tracksuits. I'm
No one
doing all that.
cares.
But
Yeah.
I mean, this notion that oh no, I don't. It's funny. 'cause
And
women-
and it scales up as well. Like,
Yeah.
bruv.
when women talk about oh yeah, I don't do anything for men. I
men.
mean, and if you're that way inclined, you do. And the same thing for us.
Yeah,
men.
Lads,
Like
yeah.
we do, and there's nothing wrong with it. We want to attract
Women. It's
women.
human nature, isn't
Yeah.
it?
it is what it is. Like this, there's no shame in it. If you then like, let's suppose we're out now and I'm disrespecting you guys to attract women, problem.
Yeah, that's a problem.
If
yeah.
I'm like, you know, when it's like,
Yeah, man, you're a bit too caveman. Do you know what I mean? That's a caveman
that
mentality.
is a caveman.
or it's like
mentality,
if
yeah.
I'm leaving,
Like you got a
my-
club. You know what I mean? Like, you literally
I
trying to
look-
kill everyone around that. It's
Flintstone
like,
thing,
come on, bro.
Flintstone
or it's like, let's say I'm doing the most, over splashing or just doing. If I'm moving stupid to attract, then okay, problem. But if it's like, yeah, I'm grooming, I'm looking nice, I'm doing things so I can present myself in the best
better
possible
way,
way.
You want to leave a good impression,
Yeah,
basically, don't you?
But more time, that shit should just be for you, bro. How you
See,
feel.
I see what you.
I've got to a
this
point
is- this
where
is my point.
I generally like, if I'm doing something, I'm doing it for moi. You know what I mean? It's like
That's
it's like
true.
whatever.
Yeah?
If a woman likes it,
Calm.
calm.
That's
Do you know what
a
I mean?
bonus.
Like,
It should be a bonus.
But
I
more
get
time,
you.
I'm ginger on my ones. You feel me?
Yeah,
I'm
I
cool.
get,
Do you know what
I
mean?
get what you
know
mean. But as you
Yeah.
going back to what you said, I think it's a subconscious thing. So
It's, bruv, we have
we
to
say it to ourselves. Oh, I'm doing this for me.
the heartbreak
But
takes you out of that shit. bro.
subconsciously, you still
No.
want women to be attracted to what
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Essentially, don't you?
I
Do you know
think
what I mean?
I think it was like it does. It's you're right. It does go back to the heartbreak because the heartbreak and subsequent, failed, whatever experiments I call them. Afterwards,
Word.
it then made me realize that I literally need to think about what does Tarela enjoy and what do I want.
That validation stuff.
And then
yeah.
once I got into that mindset, it's like I'm gonna do this because I actually want to. I'll still try and move to a chicken, and if she moves a bit, I'll be annoyed. I won't be heartbroken. I won't be pissed off. I'll be annoyed, and then I'm over it.
Yeah,
Because okay, back to regular schedule programming. Back to the road I'm going down.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
You stay there. Like.
Lost in the summer vibration. Get lost in the summer vibe.
This was that late summer night. We was in the field, no, wait, we was in the park. It was getting dark, alright, yeah.
Vibration. Get lost in the summer vibe.
This was that late summer night. We was in the field, no. Wait, we was in the park. It was getting dark. Yeah. Lost in the summer vibrations. Yeah. Lost in the summer vibrations. Love the way you do that way. Roll up and smoke up and wave. Lost. Yeah. Lost in the summer vibrations. Yeah, lost in the summer vibrations. Lost in the summer vibrations. Yeah. Roll up and smoke up and wave. Lost in the summer vibrations. Yeah. We're lost in the summer vibe. Lost in the summer vibe. Yeah, lost in the summer vibrations. Hazy green eyes when you came through. Chilling with a glass of the grapefruit. One zoot, one juice. Close your eyes, baby, dreams really come true. But you gotta jump in if I jump too. And you gotta want me the way I want you. That way we get lost in the sun. Lost in the sun. Lost in the summer vibrations. Lost in the summer vibrations. Lost in the summer vibrations. We're lost in the summer vibe. Lost in the summer vibe. Yeah, lost in the summer vibrations.
Kick you apart, grind you down. Roll you up, burn you out. I'm the guy your girls warned you about. I'm the guy you call when you need digging out. I need that fine wine in the summertime. I'ma make you get yours if you get mine. Betting on my phone, hit the decline. Swear don't waste time, better FaceTime. Hit the bass, more vibration. I need that wet, more hydration. Take a flight, new location. I need that fix, old fixation. Fix on today, you can have forever. Diamonds forever, who needed the pressure? She says she addicted, well come get a tester. Good night and good morning, it's been a pleasure.
Lost in the summer vibrations. 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 Let your hair run low. Time goes by, guess the world moves slow. I don't even know where tonight might go. All that I know is that I'm lost in emotion. Drinking and hoping, smoking and holding. Holding on to the moment. That we get lost in the lost in the lost in the summer vibrations.
The summer vibration is bleeding. You say it's loving, I hope you ain't faking. Know how I get when we lost in the matrix. We just don't know, we'll never know. Before now it's just you and me and we're faded. How many people would love to trade places? All we can do is just hope that we make it. And close our eyes and get lost in the summer vibration.
Like,
you know what I think that leads down. I think leading off what you're saying, I think what that kind of leads on to is that fact that sometimes we do try and seek validation through girls. You know what I mean? Like, it's actually mad. Like, we do seek some sort of validation through girls and through relationships and stuff. So, as you just said, we have to try and seek that validation from ourselves, within ourselves, basically. I'm back in the ting, boy. Ain't playing games, but we have to kind of seek it within ourselves before we can actually. I think Jada Pinkett Smith said something like that. It's you shouldn't really depend on other people, or let's say your girl, to make you happy,
bro. Because girls gonna take advantage.
It's not even about taking advantage.
No, advantage, but it's like that bit. It's like they know. It's like
that's what you need to do.
Give them
they
power.
Know how they know. Like, if you ain't really, like, if you don't really know who you are yet, do you know what I mean? It's like, and then boom, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's that. Remember when I said
very important to know who you are.
I said earlier, it's like, I knew I wasn't. I actually, looking back, I wasn't ready to be in that.
Yeah,
because I
now
knew
you look
that.
Back, I
knew I needed her to say, "Well done, Tarela." Rub your back, Tarela, for me to feel good about anything.
Right.
But because we went out recently, and I said it, when you strip away everything, and just look at my life in isolation, the journey I've been on is like, yo. Did I do all of that?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm actually doing all right. Like, if you look at it in isolation, and it changes the mindset, because not even in an arrogant way. Now it's like, fuck you. I don't fuck off. Like, honestly, am I allowed to swear on this?
Huh?
Am I allowed
we
to
have to
swear?
swear, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
like, fuck off, because it's now a case where it's like, I don't have to worry about you. Like, if you fuck with what I've got going on right now and where I'm going,
I get that.
Great.
But what I'm trying to say is, you see that mindset you have, you like, I think as you said, now he's kind of taken ownership. As like, as you said, if you're not fucking with me, fuck off. Alright, cool. But I think back in the day or back earlier, if you knew someone wasn't fucking with you, it will kind of affect you.
100%.
That's what I'm trying to say. So now, that's what I'm trying to say in terms of nowadays. And I think nowadays, as you said, going back to what you're saying about, it's about focusing more on yourself and how you feel. And if someone don't fuck with that, all right, cool. But before, as you said, if you're not,
that shit can give you low-key mental health problems.
Yeah, like disheartening.
On some real shit, give you some mental health problems.
It's funny.
You actually start losing it low key, like it's like crazy.
That's why these YouTubers and stuff, they do the maddest stuff because they seek validation from others. Like man's kissing his sister and bro.
Wait, what?
There's this YouTuber snogging his sister, man. It's a mad scene.
No, about
but
what?
No, you can't just say carry on after you just I need a time to process what's going on in this world.
It's mad. It's going back to what you said about that validation, that they're seeking validation through others. And trying to see, this person's not fucking with me. I'm not getting enough views. I need to do something. You know what I mean? But if you do your stuff and they fuck with it,
fuck with it.
And if they don't, okay, it's okay. That's what you need to say. It's all right.
It's all right.
A lot of people don't see it as all right.
Trust me, because you know why? I've got the whip. I've got this lifestyle. I've got this. You're supposed to be fucking be with me. Do you know what I mean? And when a bitch tells you that, when a woman tells you like, when a woman tells you like, when it crumbles you down, you're like, hold on.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah,
it breaks your whole life down, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
On case, like,
but it shouldn't.
But you know, because we've been told this is the stuff. Sometimes
if you could take her out to
Disney movies,
Hacker, Ducker Waffle, Nobu, all that. If you could take them out to those places on a weekly basis, pick them up, drop them, do this, do that.
You better go there because you like the food, fam. You better go there because you like the food.
Yeah, but it's like you actually when you actually deep it, where it's like you don't need all of that. Yeah, it's nice every so once and often, but if that's what you need to keep her, like I think was it Marvel? Was you that said it's like in this London, there is like. Yeah. Look at this guy. These guys that invite me onto the pod. Like, you realize there's at least 5, 6, 7, 8 other guys that can do the exact same thing, and it just becomes a case where it's like, all right, am I gonna kill myself because I don't have this whip and I'm not living here? No. And
like we said, like the pressure to have those stuff, music, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, you're gonna bloody want to get all that stuff, and then you know what I mean. It's crazy like that.
What, did you ever watch? Do you watch Love and Hip Hop? Yeah. So I remember back in uni, I used to watch it. So Jim Jones and them man there. So it's like that's the season I remember watching. And you think about all the lifestyle they're living, and people are now thinking, well, if that's reality for them, I want that reality. The crazy toxic behavior, all the lavish gifts and all this lavish living, you're forgetting two things. These people probably have been given a budget by the show to live this life. Right. And you also have to realize that these people are also probably older than wherever you are at that particular point and stuff. So you're asking your fellow to give you, who's maybe like in his 20s, to give you what 35+-year-old Jim Jones is giving his missus after he's has like years and years and years and years of money.
Instant gratification right now.
Plus, this is what I'm trying to say. This is a perfect segue. So finish.
Plus, like a budget from the show. It's like, okay, we're gonna give you this money. You know, you have to do this. Yeah. So it's like, and then obviously you've got to keep up with the Kardashians. You've got so much reality TV that people are now warped into thinking, well, this is reality. I need this win.
I mean,
that's why when Love Island comes on,
this is what I was going to say. Now, this is going into a different thing. Now, I've seen a lot of things recently about this whole. Like, I thought it was just a phase, but it seems to be such a craze right now. This whole drip or drown sort of thing.
Yeah, drip or drown gang, man.
GP.
Hey, that pasta cracked me up. You see that shit? Oh my bad. Drippy. I'm like this guy.
Oh, but yeah, the reason why I brought it up is that in terms of this whole culture, especially with the younger lot, like, you know, the 17s to 16s to like 24s, even younger, that they feel like they need to do the most in terms of drip, in terms of designer, in terms of all of this stuff to feel that instant gratification. And you're like, I look back and I'm like, bro, like it's not that, but it is that for them. Like, you know, that's their reality in terms of they feel like they need to have the Louis, and they need to keep up with everything you just said in terms of the Dior t-shirts and the fucking Amiri jeans.
That shit's expensive. Fam.
Amiri jeans.
That
I
shit's
don't know,
expensive.
Dior crepes, and people feel like they have to do this stuff, and they're resorting to a madness to upkeep this, and you're like, bro,
No,
it's not
it's
that
so funny.
deep.
I've got a nephew. He's 17, and he was like, he's turning 18 next year.
wearing Dior back in the days though, like in secondary school.
Nah,
exactly.
college, uni,
Bro.
There might be one or two, but
College,
wearing
but
Gap,
man, like
fam.
year 9, we're just
Gap.
like.
Man's wearing Gap.
No, I'm saying,
and you're like, yeah, man's coming in Dior blood.
in college,
I
and uni.
had my brother's hand-me-downs though, so.
Shit, I ain't coming in Dior, boy.
No, I didn't come in no deal. I remember in
I
college,
had like a
there was
Visu
Nike
and that.
was
Iceberg.
high end. Nike was high end.
Yeah.
You know, I had my.
You
brother's
understand where we're
hand-me-downs,
going
bro.
after Nike? You know what I mean? That's where I was at.
Bro, I'll never forget. Yeah, I'll
You get me?
I'll never forget.
You get me?
Remember kickers back in the day? I was dying for a pair of kickers, but I was team Wallabies, innit?
Of
I
course
remember
I'm team
my mum
Wait.
went TK Maxx. Yeah. I'm like, there you go, I got you some kickers. I went, I swear, Mama's not spending not the kickers in like Foot Locker and that and JD. She got me them work boots.
But is it not kickers?
Man rock that thing.
Kickers is kickers, my
For
friend.
the platform. There was some dodgy kickers, bruv. Them platform ones, you got ripped. When you get to go, like, what are you looking like?
I know.
I'll never
God.
forget
Swear to
that.
God, Wallabies
I
were like,
got you the kickers you been wanting. I was like,
Wallabies was the past, like, Wallabies are
Yeah,
like,
that's what.
like
the
pass, you know the
£20
exam,
ones from
pass.
Shoezone. The £20 ones from Shoezone.
Bruh.
That was me.
that shit smell like plastic when you got it, you know. That shit stank, like smell like fresh plastic,
I'll
bruv.
never forget that. Them kickers,
Oh,
there,
man.
I thought, yeah, finally. Them work boot kickers, bruv. And I rocked them with my
Yeah,
chest.
he did.
You know?
I think I remember seeing him and like, he was a bit taller. You know what?
Scared of like this. You grow, bro. Scared of, bro.
But
it
yeah,
goes back to
lifestyle,
that.
man.
Goes back. So sorry, you talk about your nephew. And
Yeah, so no, like
Perez
he
put us
he
through it,
came up
man.
to me. He's like, oh yeah, he's 18 next year. So it's like, I want to go on like a little shopping spree. I'm thinking, I mean, I've bought you trains before, but 18, I don't mind you buying you like an extra pair, maybe some nice jeans, like.
Yeah.
So you go out with your.
Yeah.
This guy said, oh, we can go to White City, Westfield, go to like. Go to the stores, go get some Valentinos, maybe spend like a couple back, spend a couple of grand.
See,
I'm not gonna say how much he actually said because if I think about it, I'll go 2,000 and slap it in there as well. I love the kid, but let me say even he said like, hey, we can spend like 5 bags. I was like, hold on,
Wait, on what?
5 bags.
on a shopping trip, like we go get some high end stuff. I'm thinking,
You think, where does he get that? Where
Where'd
did
you
that
get
come
the
from?
idea?
Where does that come from?
5-bag lifestyle.
But then you think, as you said, it's all of it what they see. Like it's put to us like snap.
Your
You
mum's
go-
stove is
go on
dirty.
Fredo's
His
thing,
mum's stove is
you go,
dirty.
You go on K
I don't
Trap.
know these
talking
children.
about
though.
5 bags.
That. You're seeing the design. So I think, as you said, a lot of the younger lot, they listen to music, they watch footballers and that, and they see how they, as you said, they see what they're doing. I think I want that as well, and it's like.
You better go on.
Nah,
You better
nah.
5
I'll-
bags for
you
shopping for who are you though? Like,
shopping, And I was like,
you're
do you
becoming a
think-
distant cousin. You know what I mean? After that, you're my distant cousin.
No, 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 but at that point, you're nephew. Like, you're over there.
You're say hello to this person on the phone. You know what I mean? Like you're like that kind of vibe now. Like what is going on? Like
it's actually mad.
I said no. I'm not doing.
But that
funny
being
as
said,
hell.
that being said, I think
Funny
we
as
have
hell.
mentioned this before. But do you think it's a phase? Like, do you think
Yeah, it's a phase.
it's a phase like, in terms of as a young guy, right, as a young guy, you will get past it.
that's a
No,
mad
because wait,
phase,
I was
bro.
saying it the other day, where it's like, as I've gotten older and I've earned more, I want to splash on those things less.
Right.
Where it's like before,
You just want it.
I remember there was
Yeah,
one
you just want it for what it
Yeah,
is.
there's times it's like I'll come back to uni from London, so I'm walking around through Coventry, and I've got student loan, I've got my scholarship for, installment as well, so I've got my account's looking healthy.
Yeah, that's got P.
I'm,
Uni
on my
P.
way home, I have bought myself another games console. I've bought myself 2 trainers, and I bought myself a jacket. I need none of those things.
Yeah.
None of those things.
We all go through that.
But it's like, as I've gotten older now, I could literally still do that and still be
Still be
comfortable.
up.
But I
Yeah.
thought, I'm like, why am I gonna do
Why
that?
are you gonna do that? Yeah.
I might still buy like an extra pair of trainers, couple shirts for work, maybe this and that. But it's now thinking,
you're sensible.
yeah.
Is it
don't think.
And
that that's
priorities
not-
change, though,
Yeah,
as
don't
well.
think that's like a general consensus though. It's like
That's what I was gonna say.
you're
yeah.
sensible. It's
No,
like
no,
some
but
people, regardless, it's
not-
like they
it's
still.
not-
It's
yeah.
not like I need it. You know
No,
what I mean?
yeah,
that's true.
we
You
spoke,
get what I
we
mean?
spoke about priorities as well, actually, and
Prior-
even
yeah, you know
people
what I mean?
they still have their priorities kind of mixed in terms of as you said, you just said you got a couple shirts for work, which is, as you said, that's a sensible and it's relevant. But you got people who still have work, but they don't care about shirts for work. Right. They rather get the, as you said, the Valentinos and
So the people coming to work like into office looking bummy and that.
Yeah, because they probably prioritise how they look outside work. It's mad. Like,
or it's like you clock. Oh wait, you're wearing a jumper a lot.
Shirt's not ironed.
Shirt's not ironed. If it is washed, it's looking a little bit. It's looking a little bit like it's looking a bit faded.
You can't be okay mentally, bro. If your shirt's wrinkly and you're like, yeah, man,
you can't
button the shirt.
You can't.
You're not starting the day right.
The 1 or 2 times I used to like throw a jumper on, I was like, I could just feel subconsciously, man, you probably see the wrinkles and a rough shirt through this jumper. Man. I didn't feel comfortable. I can't do it no more.
Some people it's whatever, man. Shit.
But yeah, that's not me, man. That's not me. Shout out to the work clock though.
Shout out. Oh man. All right, another one.
What?
Another topic. What am I thinking? Oh, this is a good one.
What?
What would you say? Yeah. How would you class? What's your view on success in any capacity? What would you say being successful entails? What is it? What do you think? I'll ask you first.
Oh God, it could sound really, really deep. This should it's essentially growth. If you can look back on your growing on a yearly, monthly, every 3 months, you can see that you're doing better and you're moving on. You're moving up in progressing. Yeah. That's success. People want to put a number on there, but you realize when you get to that number, there's someone that's already ahead. When you get to that number, if you rank it in terms of like kids and marriage, you realize that some people have that, but they're not happy with it. I mean, there was a scenario where this guy is married with 3 kids. But he never wanted kids. He's upset. But from the outside looking,
I saw that.
From the outside looking in, you're thinking, he's a successful man. He's going.
That's crazy. He didn't want kids.
He didn't want kids, but the wife said, either leave me, either have kids or we're over. And obviously he loves her. He doesn't want to go find anyone else. So you're having the kids. I mean, he's still there. He's still turns to them and everything, but he didn't want them, so he has no real emotional connection to them. He's just doing it. He's just doing it. He's just doing it out of the fact that he's a good human being.
In it, man.
Wow.
And so it's like
the thing is, what I was thinking is how common that is. Like that is so common. Like a lot of men,
shit.
And that must destroy your mental health in terms of.
And I know what a lot of men will say, like, he should have just left. Like it's that simple.
Yeah.
It's not.
Madam, that geezer that's been cheating you like sock. You're just there. You're nothing to him. You haven't left him. Yeah, you're expecting this man who's married this woman and he's been with her probably like me. Let's say if you include marriage, dating.
When he nutted inside, he knew he didn't want it.
He knew he didn't want it, but
I
can't lie. Sometimes when you're nutting in it, when you're in there, it's like you're just gonna nut anyway.
No, it's one. There's one.
Like shit. I didn't want to have kids, but I can't lie. I mean, at this particular point in time, I'm enjoying myself like shit. But in terms of success, because we all have different stories. Success for everyone is a different story. Like, I've broached it with Denzel previously about my past. So I won't go into too much detail, but considering like the sort of the environment I grew up in and what I've had to, get through to be where I am now, and what I have to look forward to, life has been pretty successful. But compared to someone else of my age who probably has done a lot more, maybe career wise or business wise, or they're also successful. Doesn't diminish from mine because my story or my journey is different. So it's like you can't determine. There's no generic definition of success. Just depends on, in terms of your story. How is your story looking? And just take it from there.
That makes sense. That's 100%. I agree still, because as you said, it kind of links back to that sort of in terms of validation. It's all about yourself in terms of how is your story, what progression have you made personally, rather than you looking at other people. I saw him. I saw him cracking up.
Well done, mate.
I saw.
Dem was a liar.
Word.
So and then it's a similar thing to me. It's like in terms of what progression has you made in terms of success. I tried not to put a figure on it, but I do say success for me is being able to be obviously financially well off in terms of you. I think not having to worry about money.
Yeah.
I think is for me is a good step for me to think, oh yeah, you're successful.
Do you think Jeff Bezos worries about money?
No,
You really don't think so?
I don't think he does.
Who's Jeff Bezos?
He's the CEO of Amazon.
That guy.
Amazon.
All right.
Don't you think?
Maybe not to ask her.
Oh, good point. That's a good
He doesn't
point.
think to. He doesn't worry about my like. Can I pay for this or can I? He probably just thinks, oh,
how much tax am I paying?
How much tax am I? If I make this business move, how much billions can I lose?
I get that.
So
I hear what you mean. Yeah.
So it's like,
you're right. I hear you. Still.
Almost like not worry about the necessities is probably how you're thinking about it. Like, if you know that you can clothe, pay rent, mortgage, get to work or get to your place of business, and provide for your family,
you should be fine. Basically.
That's success. But now, then again, that's where it comes to. There's no uniform sort of definition because your bare necessities for some people it could just be literally topping up my Oyster card, paying my rent, getting to work, make sure I'm not going to work smelling like rubber for my cheap shoes or like I'm looking dusty. To some people, be like, can we complete this merger? Is the acquisition for this house going to be done in time?
I hear you.
So it's like it's different.
I know
those are mad extremes in terms of the rich side, but it's like
you're right.
if it's you don't want to worry about the necessities. You don't want to worry about the necessities. You want to be able to provide. You want to be able to enjoy life. If you can do all those three things, you're successful. And as long as you're continuously growing, you're successful. Because if you get to a particular point, like some people say, oh, you need to have all of this by 30. But then suppose you don't die until 60, 70. You have 30, 40 years left to live.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? But all of a sudden, you get to 30, you're like, shit, I still got life to life. Man.
I still got life to life.
I was going to say, like, no, but it's like, there's still life. Like, you still got to do so much. And you just think, shit.
It's almost, it's what you said is totally encapsulated what I was thinking as well. It's very, very true.
Yeah.
But add to that, I would just say, like, sometimes finding something where you can always, like I said, growth rate, but you find something where you're always growing in. Like, it's like, you need to, like, you find something you're always growing. Every day it feels like you're just, it's like a constant, it's never ending kind of like way. You don't want something that's going to stop. Do you know what I mean? Then you actually feel you feel like you're not even successful because you feel like you're not growing anymore. Do you know what I mean? So that's like, I feel like that helps to even know what that is as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, definitely you just want to always be growing. Do you know what I mean? With everything. Be more of who you want to be. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, because like I one of the things was I always tell them this. Or I think I have. If I haven't, I'm gonna tell you now. In terms of, because I know he's trained to become an accountant. I was as well, but then I gave up because I didn't have the discipline to really push through. And so I was studying, but I didn't really have that. Like, these men will be going to classes on weekends and do that. I can't be honest. I can't be honest. And I was honest with myself.
And you changed.
Then I changed careers.
And he's been happy, bro.
And I'm happy. So that's a successful move for me. But Denzel, he had a low period that he's been able to bounce back from, and now he's shining. Our other boy that we all like, used to be three of us at this company. You
should talk about that.
Yeah, he's doing phenomenal, and he's just like, you can literally see his aura and influence the way he has over them, and he's successful. So that's three of us in three different paths. We all met up in one particular checkpoint, but we've gone three different ways. We're all successful and happy in our own right. So that's success. And like you say, you got to be able to grow. Like, it's not going to stop here. We're still going to continuously be moving and growing, and trying and learning new things. I feel like success depends on the season. You have a particular season to do this. So those 3 years I was in uni, success for me was leaving my 2-1. Now in this getting out of uni was finding a job and now finding the right career. Exactly, if a goal of yours is to settle down and have kids, finding a logical woman and having kids. I love all women, logical and non-logical.
That's some real troll shit though. That's some real trolling right there. Like, find yourself a logical woman.
Like, honestly, and women that are listening to this, find yourself a good logical man. Not one that gaslights you or one that belittles you, one that uplifts you. I'm all for that as well, because that's what makes you guys happy and sane, and you come to the office and you're good vibes. So I want that for you guys as well. But yeah, so I feel like
drag their issue into work. Girls drag their issue into work.
Bruh. Think about it.
I am not your boy. The fuck?
Oh well, yeah, but you got the whole work wife husband thing, innit?
I swear. Crazy.
Nah, I stay away from that.
I hate it.
They want to take that outside of work, and then before you know it, I'm like, shit.
I remember, I'll never forget. Someone tweeted. Sorry, this is something separate, but I'll never forget this tweet I saw. Someone saying, "Oh, you know, someone's tickling your girl at work." I was rattled. I don't even have a girl. I was rattled, bruv. I was like, you know what was there? Creep up behind the. I was rattled. I was like, nah, bro, you're moving mad. It's like that whole work husband thing. Hey, bro.
Yo, girl, and the girl, hey, people be knowing as well. Everyone be knowing what they're doing.
The girl knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Of course.
She knows what she's doing, but does she care?
It's fun, isn't it?
She's like, it's not that serious, my friend. It's that serious. I remember there was one time my ex was at a Christmas party, and even thinking about this now, I'm laughing now. Back then, I was not laughing. So she was at the Christmas party, and then she was meant to come to mine. So let's say she was meant to come to mine for 9. It's like 11:30. She's not here, and then I get a call like, "Are you still up?" And then I hear Mel's voice in the background, and I lost it. I was like,
"Oh my days!"
And it's quiet. I'm not hearing no music. I'm not hearing no other voices, but you. Wow. And I'm hearing this other brother's deep voice as well. He had a deep voice. I'm thinking. That was it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're like, it is not me you go to embarrass me. I was just like, rah. She's like, and then she came, and she came over eventually, but I was already fumed because I had cussed her out. I was like, fuck it. If that's what you want to be doing, fuck off. Like, I lost. I think it was around that time when I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. Just dump me in it. So at that point, I'm just like, just lost it. And then
she weren't gonna dump you though. Would she have dumped? I don't think she would have dumped you, innit? She
eventually did, but she eventually did.
You probably had to be a catalyst for that. Though.
Yeah, I feel like she might have kept you.
I just, you know, when it's like things that will normally you piss you off and brush off. Now I'll just drag shit out for days. Now I just won't talk to you for days.
Right.
And it got to a point where it's like, you're not happy and I'm not feeling happy, so we should leave it. I was like, okay. I still remember it was like 3 a.m. in the morning that I woke up, saw the message, agreed, dropped my phone down. And that was it.
Crazy.
Because it's like, before he's like, no, we could work through this. Let's talk. At this point, I've been waiting for this moment. I've been waiting for you just to tell me to go. And then you did, and I was like, whew. And at first, I was great with it, going out, drinking, moving to different chicks, bringing chicks up to beat. And then after a while, I realized
you're empty inside.
There's a deep cavity in my heart.
No, it's true though. It's true. Like,
there's a deep cavity.
I always say to people, like when it comes to heartbreak,
that shit. That's what I was telling people. That's the shit. What? That low key, you have to like. That's the shit that when you do that phase, you have when you calm down, that's the bit you have to actually get out of. You have to be like, nah, let me find a constructive way to join the gym. Let me get into something. Let me focus on my career. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I've always said there's like 3 different things you should do if anyone, whether you're a man, whether you're a girl.
Yeah, some advice for people because people don't know.
In terms of if you're doing real advice, I call it the 3 A's, innit? Yeah. And you can do this in any way, shape or form. You said join the gym, talk to other people, whatever. But you have to first of all, acknowledge what's happening, innit?
Right.
When I mean acknowledge, you kind of take it. Okay, I've dumped this person, or this person's left me, or whatnot. Take it in. All right, cool. That's happened. Then you accept it. When I mean accept it, I mean, okay, look, what's done is done. You can't control what's done, but you can control what happens now.
Yeah.
And then moving forward. That's literally all you have to do. And the way we do that is different. Everyone could do different things. People might join a gym. People might go sleep with someone else. Whatever you do is what you would prefer to do. But when I noticed, when I did that, that really helped me, because I noticed a lot of people, they kind of skip steps, like, okay, she dumped me, or I left her, I'm gonna go sleep with her next thing, right? Alright, cool. But what you're not doing is you're not really taking it in what's going on. That's what I'm trying to say. What's what you said, like you. Huh?
No, like some people think like that, innit?
What?
I just gonna sleep with her best friend, innit?
Oh snap!
Some people are crazy at it, you know.
But the
best friend though, bro.
On that one though, the best friend is dirty because me.
I've never.
I've never done it.
Oh, okay. I don't know that.
I've never done it, but I just as the
imagine
best
that,
friend,
innit? That was crazy. That's crazy.
No, it's cool,
no, but cool. As the best friend in that case, love, how? What made you think Like
some guys are
no, forget the guys.
Some people. No, I'm gonna make guys. I mean, everyone. They're just savage though. Like in terms of
but in this case, it's not
some
about the
people
guy
genuinely
being
just
savage.
they're living life though. Like
that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
soul. Like
It's the woman. I'm asking the woman in this case. It's like, what made you think? Oh yeah,
girls are savage.
This is my friend's ex-boyfriend, and he's giving me the speech. He's giving me the he's putting the voice note. I don't even know how he got my number, but he's putting the voice note. He's putting the voice note. He's sending the texts. He's putting an extra couple of O's under that Instagram comment and that shit. Like, why is he doing this? You don't think that. You just think, okay, maybe I should. And then he does it. Oh my god, men are trash. He slept with me. Did you not? Did you not?
Of course not. The fuck, man, women are funny like that. You know what I mean? They know that, bro. They know. That's how I was telling somebody. I was like, yo, you women create the game. We're just playing this shit. You know what I mean?
Jeez,
they create the game. You know what I mean? It's not.
Like
You think we're creating the game?
You know what them ones there?
We just like we're just in it. We're figuring it out as we're going. Like, okay,
women are
we're figuring it out.
We're not the franchise players. We're just the role players, innit?
Like
they set the tone. We follow it.
No feminist shit. Like it's just real life shit. You know what I mean?
There's a reason. Look, there's a reason why women are making bags upon bags on OnlyFans, because men are just weak.
We are the weakest. That's why strip clubs, yeah. Oh my! You see, strip clubs.
It's our nature, fam. So once you understand, they create it. You be like, okay.
When you have breasts, cheeks, and our egos in one place. It just.
Bruv, even when you get a main wife, yeah, it's still a game, boy. Nah, it's still. Bruv, what? Divorce rate? Apparently, divorce rate 60%, bruv. Yeah, 60% people get married. 60% are divorced.
Apparently, it's within ages as well. I think Marv mentioned something. If you get
age.
married within a certain age, your chance of divorce just mad.
What, we got Tinder?
Huh?
There's Instagram.
Yeah.
There's it, bro. You have to delete your feed.
Oh, social media.
Everyone's feed. It's true. Everyone's feed is kind of messed up right now, right? When you have to start deleting. You have to stop getting enticed from Instagram.
Honestly, two of my boys have settled down, and they said that what helped them was getting rid of social media.
No, and because they admit it, they're
like, we're weak. Like, if you're telling me I could sit like this, posted up, chilling, and then I be like, hey, cheeks, titties, cheeks and titties and cheeks, and like, and when I like this person, like, if I say hi, this person's gonna respond.
Because it's accessible now, isn't it? It's so accessible now.
And people are like, this generation's weak. You forget that the generation before us, I'm not sure about you guys, but there are uncles out there with 6 baby mums and 13 kids.
It's true.
Us man could be related. You know, on another note, wait, some real shit. Like, bruv, people be, aunties be upset like that. They'll be like, yo, I don't know who, some dons are out here. I don't like that. Bro, I don't know who my brother is.
Remember the whole uncles thing? Like, I remember seeing another tweet.
Uncles were laying it down, bro. When they came off the ship, they were laying it down.
I've been going to girls' houses who's got kids and they call me uncle. Then he was like, wait a minute.
My mum say hello to a lot of uncles, you know.
Because I'll call my mum right now. I was dying.
Like, don't get me mad. And it's like, when you deep it, you think,
that's what I'm saying. The generation before us were not any better. Like, come on.
Bro, and plus, protection, what the hell?
What was protection?
And
there was this.
Protection was God. That was protection.
Hell yeah.
Protection was God.
It's like, if it happens, it happens.
On the right time. You know what I mean? Right time.
Shit. Uncle, and he'll come with the flat cap, like he'll like, Gerald, you better behave yourself. Like, no, come on, Sazy, come on, Sazy, let's come on now, let's go now.
You see Guinness, you see people are rapping that. Can you get? I'm like, what the hell? No, you should chill.
No, hey, the rapper, because a lot of people think that don't the auntie comes with a rapper. She's like, she'll be like, you can't do this.
Wait. Is the place washed? I'm like, wait. Who's that guy who's left that yard door? You know what I mean?
Like,
you know what I mean? It's mad.
Listen, they'll come to church. I'm like, brother Kunle, sister Pimpe, how are you?
Brother's hella smiling. You know that? Hella smiling the congregation.
Because they'll tell you, me, I did not sleep with anyone but your mother until our wedding night, and but these times it's a bold face lie.
Max.
You know you've been,
Max,
listen, yeah.
Do you mind if they have a couple of degrees as well? It's a wrap.
No, alright, put that.
Bro, get a couple of degrees. That's why they got us to get your degrees in that. You know what I mean?
Because
so they want us to be max.
But what they didn't anticipate was like women were gonna then just like level up in the game as well. It's like,
oh, okay,
okay,
you got speciality too. All right, good.
All right, great. And then some women they go get the degree before they've even finished the degree. They've gone to get the masters, and it's just like, Okay. Shit. No worries. And before you know, now they're now like, all right. In fact, if I speak,
Well, you got an issue with that?
no, not even. No, I love that. I love that. I just feel like how the game shifted. And it's like
equal now, I think. It's more
but
equal.
it's funny because women don't want to accept that it's equal, and you know.
Yeah, the fight's
That's
over.
that.
It's like, the fight is over. It's like the fight is done now, guys. Calm down.
But no. I won't even say
I don't think it's done, man.
it's not done, but it's like women are now
competition,
more.
man. There's a big competition out
No,
there.
Really?
It's now become. How would I put this? While the opportunities are becoming more equal, it's now like in terms of how the dynamics are. There's now a fight there. Whether it's do we want to change the dynamics of how things used to be, or do we want things to stay the same
in what context?
in certain sort of?
We talk about that in terms of like dating and stuff, just in general, or just.
I think in dating, because I think in the office you there is a very concerted effort. Equal things out. Though there are still one or two drag backs and sort of systems in place to put women down, especially black women. But in terms of of like the dynamics, I feel like there's a fight in both men and women to do we want to change or do we want to, keep things how they used to be, or do we want to, take that piece that was working back then and bring in this new sort of new age. And I think that's why you find that divorce rates are so high because they don't know what to do. They don't know whether they want to keep things the way they used to. But then now all of a sudden, I'm just as educated, if not more educated. I earn just as much, if not more. I have access. I can travel. I can do all these things. But back in the day, used to be the man that would do this and lead like that. And a guy's point of view is like, oh great, we earn the same, or you even earn more now, or we could do this now. I don't have to be that sort of alpha leader of the house anymore. Yeah.
But I mean,
I think
that's still there. I feel like that's the trick. I feel that's a trick. I feel like there's a different kind of man now. Yeah. The man has changed. I feel the woman has changed. The man has changed as well. I feel like the man has changed. Like
you mean you changed more?
Like we're a different kind of man. Yeah. There's a different, like we have to become a different kind of man. It's not I make them. It's different now. It's like liberal. You kind of have to be like.
I think it's a lot more liberal now.
Yeah,
as you said, we have to be. We accept things. Yeah. We do accept things. Like you know what I mean?
It's kind of like understand that there's kind of like no attachment really. It's like you understand she can run off anytime she really wants to, and I should be okay with that.
Yes, that's exactly.
Because I'm fine. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you get what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like mentally that was never there. It's like you're supposed to be with me like for life ever.
Yeah, whatever I do, you stay basically.
But
which is quite old school.
If I feel you felt, you know what I mean?
Men have changed, women have changed. But the dynamics of a relationship is still there, and that is the problem.
That's what's causing the problem.
You can't have old school relationships with two new age people, and it's like, how do we then change this to make it work? If you want to,
isn't that going back to the whole thing about egos? And I mean both male and female egos. Like when you think about it, like because I remember seeing a couple of things about obviously to make a marriage work, you have to have a compromise. You have to leave your ego at the door. And I feel like that literally what it is all about, because as you said, you can't have old school mentalities with new school people. And I think those old school mentalities, a lot of it is based on egos. As you said, men.
Yeah. Very, very much so.
I earn the P.
I'm the wife. I know how to look after the kids.
I do that. You stay at home. You know what? That whole and that is an ego trip for me. I feel as well. And I think now, as you said, you can't do that now.
You can't. But then
I'm being okay with that.
You can't
and accept it. But a lot of people, as you said, I think a lot of people do struggle with that. And I think a lot of guys, they say they're okay, but I think it does get to a point where, as mandem, we do feel threatened. In a sense, not all of us. I don't feel threatened, but I know some guys do.
Let's go actually that question. Could your missus earn more than you?
Yes, 100%.
Mate, there's more to a relationship than money, fam.
I know, no,
that's not the question. That's not the question.
That's why I'm so like.
That's not the question.
Reason I say that is.
I didn't even answer it, but say no.
No, because you're right. You did answer it in a way because
you did.
there's more to relationship than money. Because yes, she could, but you speak to women, and you like cool. They're like,
you're not on my level.
If he's okay with it. It's because a bix, one kind.
A woman understands what she had to do to get to that level. So she's looking at it like, damn, am I going to settle for a man that hasn't done what? Do you get what? It's like a... Because she's jumping hoops, bro. She's jumping hoops.
So I get it from that point of view, but that's where the problem now comes into it. It's like, I don't want you to ever feel like you can't go up and get what you want in life. That doesn't mean that I'm not trying to get up myself. But if you have the opportunity, I'm going to encourage you to take it.
Right.
But would then that cause an issue with you? And a lot of women honestly would said, yeah, like it would be a bit of a. I mean, maybe a study has to be redone because I remember the last time that I saw this was going on social media. This was the general consensus was it will be an issue. But I couldn't go into a relationship knowing that the moment you earn £2 more than me, we're gonna have an issue. I personally can't.
It depends about the woman as well. Maybe she's the type that all of a sudden will just be very like condescending.
Yeah.
Like it's like.
I think that's going back to what you're saying about
that
old
moment
school.
when you get into an argument, like you know them argue like, bruv, like you ain't done something right, something, and then all of a sudden she just drops that bar on you, and you're like, oh shit, I never knew it was an issue. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then
it's an issue now. You know what I mean?
That becomes that's now like a character flaw. So it's is that who you really are?
So they need to understand that too. It's like both dynamics have to understand it's not. 100%. It's kind of a non-issue, but we can make it an issue, and that's what most people are like.
I feel going back to the point. Men and women are different. Like I said, men and women are different, and relationships have to look different. You can't try and.
I think I think that is the key to having a long-lasting, obviously, relationship.
And being secure in oneself as well, regardless. To
the
point where it's like you know what you bring.
That's the underlying point for everything.
You have to be very secure. You have to be very secure. Nowadays, you have to be so secure. There's so many ways to be insecure nowadays. I think that's the underlying key to I think overall happiness. Just being, as you said, secure in yourself. Insecurities, I think, is the root to so many things. It's like driving social media. Social media is
based on insecurities. Yeah. Have you seen a new filter on Snapchat? The LV thing with the big lips.
No way.
No, but do you know what's so funny? I just realized that
it looks real. Yeah.
In everything, we were talking about being secure in oneself and self-affirmation.
Yeah.
And then compromise. Like it all feeds into one big.
It does.
But then people don't want to.
No, they don't want to hear me though. They don't want to hear you. I swear, people are kind of like okay with the way it is. So it's like you just have to like okay.
They're okay with confusion and chaos. Yeah. That's why.
That's fine.
Quick question. I think.
Quick one. This is a complete different topic though.
Oh shit.
No, it's a good thing though.
Back the rage just before.
No, it's done now. What was I gonna say? Afro Nation. What you man saying?
I was supposed to go, but I need to wait for my ticket.
What about you, bro?
You going?
You told me you was going, bro.
I was, but then.
July, the dates and that.
What's this got to do with anything though?
As I said this, I just wanted to know.
He's going.
I'm thinking of going.
There. I'm there already.
I want to see the feedback. I want to know what it's like.
I'm not sure.
Like what? You was telling me at Carnival.
Oh, you been?
I haven't been, but
you were telling me Carnival. You told me I had to go.
I know, and then
things changed.
I just sat down and I thought, like, do I really want to?
Oh, fair enough.
Reason being, like, what's your reason?
Just don't have that sort of.
The reason why I'm asking is because this guy was telling me you were going.
No,
you told me early this summer. You was telling me.
And you know this about me. If I'm about going somewhere, we're there. So for some reason,
that's what I'm saying.
Just don't have
that gusto is not there.
That gusto's not there. Like before, I'll literally buy the ticket and say, but for some reason with Afro, and I want it to be a success, but
I hear that.
I am going. I am probably going to go IB for Soca Fest though.
Oh yeah, that looked mad still. Yeah.
And I think the reason is.
Jeez, real demonic face right now. That's real demon. Like, I can't even help it, bro.
When I deep it, I think it's because
you know what I'm saying? That demon, like man's going. So
Soca Fest did look mad though. I've seen a couple.
What's that? IB for
IB for Soca Fest, just like beautiful black women and then like
cheeks
and titties and cheeks, and then you have the lingerie party.
Sorry. You say lingerie party?
Where is that in Soca? If you don't know the information, go to the Google.
I showed a picture of, but it's like I think that's why.
Wait, is this at Soca Fest?
Yeah, and I feel it's like that is probably
when is Soca Fest? Sorry,
I think May times, and I think that is probably why I would rather go there because there's less people that actually know my name and my face.
This guy's
my
bait,
debauchery will have no bounds.
You can't. Oh, okay.
This guy's so fucking bait, bro.
I mean, that being said, I could be in a love relationship, and then so I'll go to neither, and I'll just like go knitting or something.
Man said go knitting.
Hey, you never know.
Oh no, you could go Soccer Fest and knit at Soccer Fest, so you get both of both.
I mean, pulling something. Hey, should be going in the house and Soccer Fest, you know what I mean? But now, hey, I'm behaving. Wait, I have no to tell I'm behaving too. Fuck it.
Yeah, you know what
I just clocked it.
But you know where like subconscious you be like there's things, but they're not things yet. You know what I mean?
It's like
you know what I mean?
I don't actually have to. Do you feel? Let me ask you guys, please. Do you feel like how you may conduct yourself on social media has put people off you?
100%.
But the thing is, I feel like I want it to. I feel like it should match.
No. I was gonna say.
Matching.
What I was gonna say is. It matches.
I don't care. Do you know what I mean?
It matches, but I think what I find
I want to
is
get to that level,
that,
man.
as you said, yes, I do. I just said it matches. How I am on social media is how I am.
Yeah, even
personally.
worse. He's probably worse on social media though.
Huh?
Yeah, probably worse.
Who?
In terms of.
But I think people.
I'm worse off.
I think people they like to. They take things out of context, and I think when I tweet something or I laugh at something or I retweet something, I think
just say flagrant shit that just goes on in my head.
Twitter's too much for me though.
You see when he's drunk, yeah.
Twitter's way too much.
Fam, the other day, when you was out, I think he was out with Luke. What this guy was tweeting. Is this guy? I mean, one particular thing. I'm gonna say one. Something about this is what he said. This is what he said. I haven't come in big titties in time.
No, they say big titties. They say titties.
Hold on.
Titties. This is what my man said. Yeah. I looked. I was like, big. What? But then again, I saw his spread. Yeah. No, I think he responded to one of his boys because a couple of what are you doing? And then one of his boys said something like, and then, no, you said something like, look at all the women responding. So, man, pretty quickly, innit, man?
Yeah, no, I said it. And
the girls that were responding?
What, they were like, oh, sir.
Take on Biddy.
But the thing is that what they would tweet, and I noticed they exactly, they're big old titty women. But they would say something like LOL or something like along those lines. They won't answer the question.
Your lead,
you can tell.
They're following your lead.
I could tell what he was doing.
Listen, when you realize, yeah, that
funny,
women,
it's funny.
Women themselves, they are more they have more. They could be moving. They move more flagrant than men.
That's how. This even the heartbreak thing. Yeah.
That was a question you reminded me.
Because once you've gone past that phase, yeah, you actually realize what it is.
So you question quickly before we go on how women move because they move mad. Quickly, who do you think deals with going back to heartbreak? Who do you think deals with heartbreak more better, men or women?
Men.
You reckon men?
Yeah,
I think men. Women deal with heartbreak better.
I'll say women. I think women drag on. I think women. Even though they have a lot of support, they do drag on their baggage everywhere they go.
They do. I get that. But in terms of just dealing with it emotionally, men, I think it's because, as I said, I think ego again plays a part of it. We're not used to certain things. So when it does happen, it has a more of an effect on us on the long run. Do you get what I mean? Because I saw a tweet recently saying men really do something about men really do drag on, have heartbreak and they drag it on for years, don't they? And I was and I've always said I think women deal with heartbreak better than men, in my opinion. Yeah. But I want to know what you guys think. I think men don't. I don't think we deal with heartbreak well. If a girl broke our hearts, we move mad.
No.
I know women do, but we move mad.
I feel like it's traumatic and it's shell shocking.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, but the moment we actually accept it,
it's peace.
It's like peace. But
that's true. I get
you know what I mean? I feel like it's like
I get that.
good. Do you know what I mean? But things will say, but I feel like they drag it. Do you know what I mean? It's like I don't think they're fully. I don't know. I will say that it's scarring. Each one is a scar. Do you know what I mean? And they just take it everywhere they go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I feel like,
and they're meant to be like that though. It's like no one's telling them, yo, pattern up, fix your life. Do you know what I mean?
No, and I feel like with men, how we deal with it is we realize we come to a point where we like, you know what? I should have done better there.
Yeah.
I move on. I get that. Women are like I said, because they have been affirmed by their friends when they're all crying that what they did nothing wrong. Yeah. It takes them as long as
I get that.
So while they may get over the initial heartbreak quicker, we tend to grow from it more. So that's why women are like, oh my god, he was a dickhead back then, but now he's a good guy. Now because we've learned from our errors and our ways, whereas women because they've been affirmed by it by so much, and because of other weaklings, aka men that just tend to feed their ego. Then they're like, oh well, I don't need to change because even though
there's another dude,
there's another 5 dudes that are gonna feed, and then it takes them several more heartbreaks for them to be like, oh, maybe I should change it.
Yeah, maybe I should just chill out for a bit.
Cool. No,
that's because that's what you asked at the beginning. Have I broken anyone's heart?
Reevaluate.
I have, because I realized that I was making the same mistakes I was making in my last relationship.
Yeah, again.
It's likely to make it happen now. So, and I'll break down to them like, look, it's not a you thing. It's like I've realized that because of this and this hasn't been sorted out, it's gonna be. And they were still heartbroken. They still hate me. But at the end of the day, I knew that in the long run, both of us were gonna be fine. Yeah, I've avoided making the same mistake that I made before.
I need to roll out, 2 o'clock.
Oh, you need to roll?
Yeah, I need to roll, man.
Okay, cool.
I need to slide.
Alright, you want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright, Tarela, what are you saying? You want to plug your socials and that?
No.
You don't need to. That's.
I don't know. No,
you have to, man.
King_Rella on all social platforms. King_Rella. That is it.
This is episode 11. We still need to drop episode 10, but yeah, episode 11. We got it's there, but we just haven't put it. Yeah, it's there. We just haven't released it. It's on SoundCloud and everything. Alright, cool. Let's cut, man. Safe.